There we are.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining today. How you doing?
Wonderful. My 10-year-old say hey everybody, everybody. She had to help me with this Instagram live. I'm still kind of a novice to it, you know.
There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. You know that's actually a bit surprising because everybody seems to be an IG star right now. So
Yeah, right, right. Everybody.
I have never had my IG live had like 20 people at one time.
Oh my goodness. Hey Byron.
How you doing, April? Good to see you.
You look wonderful.
You do too. Black don't crack it out.
I see that.
Can I just tell you the funniest thing I just saw on social media? I will tell you, social media, if you need a laugh, it will give it to you. It was a meme that said, "Why would you call it Target and not think it would be attacked?" Now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I just needed that. It felt good. It felt good.
Look, so look, you're looking so good. Have you gone back to the barbershop yet?
I have not.
So all this is you. You did all that.
This baldness is, it's a lot easier than getting a lineup, and this right here is not much to work with,
Beautiful.
So
look at you. Hello.
Hello. It is a pleasure. It really is a pleasure and an honor. You have been on so many shows that I have loved. From people don't know this show like I know this show, but I love this show. Lie to Me, right?
Yes.
Lie to Me. Yes. Hello. Yes, Lie to Me. That was a really good show.
I think it only lasted one season.
It only, it lasted a little bit. It lasted like 2 seasons.
Two seasons? Okay.
2 seasons. Yeah, because I still go back and watch it. So Lie to Me, you have been on Scandal.
Yes.
Yes. How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
You were on my show. What was my show? Not Lost. What was that show called?
Lost. I was on Lost.
You were on Lost. Lost, and then Jericho. Now Jericho's my show.
Look, aren't we kind of living like in the times of Jericho right now?
We really are.
Isn't that
we are in the new Jericho right now.
Jericho was a show that was definitely ahead of its time, as far as I'm concerned. And maybe that's why it was short-lived too, because it was just so good and so real. And then you look around at what's going on right now, and it's like,
Right.
You're like
too close. Yeah, too close to home.
Yeah, too close to home.
And you got me together real quick on your show that you're on now. My show, I actually love it. I don't know why I said FX. You know why? I know why. I can't say it. No, I can say it. Because Leslie put on there that it was FX and it's CW. Because I watched the show. I actually watched it since it came out. I'm a big superhero fan.
Are you really?
Yes. So I love Supergirl. Supergirl is like bad. Like that she is bad. Okay.
And let me tell you something about Melissa Benoist. I call her one of the hardest working women in show business, because she really is, and outside, off the camera, she's super, super sweet and gracious. And I was just blown away by her work ethic, so kudos to her. So look, did you enjoy Colonel Haley's storyline and her?
I loved it. Okay. Like you are like, let me just tell you something. This is why I was so glad to see your name. Like because April, you are phenomenal. Like when you go into a role, you show up and show all the way out.
Thank you.
And I guess that's why, OWN TV picked you up too, because they were like, you know what? She's it. She's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. What has been your favorite place to work? Like your favorite studio, your favorite crew, and and maybe to make it easier, let's go not the ones you're on now, because then you might get in trouble. So
I'm not worried about getting in trouble, because I'm gonna tell you like this: Hollywood is shut down right now anyway.
Right. That is true, right?
All of us actors are currently temporarily
furloughed, right?
Furloughed. So I would love to just be honest with that answer. Tyler Perry Studios. I loved working at Tyler Perry Studios for so many reasons. One, because it's Tyler Perry Studios. That's number one. Number two, because it's right here in the South. It's right here in the South, and it's with my people.
Yes.
And it's with a man who has a vision that's beyond most people's capabilities, as far as just seeing outside the box and not setting
Yes.
limits. And I get to see that when I walk onto the studios. When I walk onto the Tyler Perry Studios, I look around and I go, look at what God can do. Look at what God
That's real.
can do. You know, and all the people he's employed in the southeastern region of the country. He could have went to LA to open up his
That's
deal.
so true.
Yeah, but he stayed here, and he's given all of us a chance to be a part of this awesome empire. And I'm grateful. I'm just so grateful. So yes, the Tyler Perry Studios, I say that proudly, is definitely the best set that I've ever been on. Not to mention just working with so closely and so quickly with the cast of If Loving You Is Wrong for 5 seasons. That's been pretty phenomenal for me. I
love that. Well, you've done a great job, and honestly, you got your star, right? You got your star at Tyler Perry Studios. I know that. How did that feel to see your name?
Byron. Let me pull out my hand fan. Byron.
I like that. That's nice and Afrocentric.
I love African hand fans. My homegirl, Moon Queen, got this for me, and I love hand fans. So just FYI, in
case your birthday roll around and I got
you. You just want to pick me up something. The African hand fans. Getting the star on the Tyler Perry Walk of Fame. First of all, it was a complete surprise. You know, it all happened at the opening of his studio. It was the grand opening in October. So I had no idea. They just told us to stand on this spot when they were dedicating the Oprah Winfrey soundstage. They had about 30 of us stand on a spot. And we're like, okay, so we're standing there. And then they tell us to look down. We look down and this red carpet just kind of backs itself up out of nowhere. And there we are looking at our name. That's going to be imprinted forever on a star for my daughter's daughters and her daughters and her sons and her great-grandsons to see forever. There was not a dry eye in sight. I still think when I think about it, I still get emotional because who'd have thunk a little girl from North Carolina would be getting a star on the Tyler Perry Walk of Fame? And to me, it means so much. You know, maybe one day I'll get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but if I don't, this is all I need. And I'm super grateful to be recognized in that way. Yeah.
There are some moments in life that you may think are possible, but I guess no one thought that was possible. Not owned by a Black man.
Yep.
Unfathomable to have your name, and so something so shocking and yet so brilliant.
Yes.
I know it's breathtaking. I can feel your energy now.
Yeah.
But I say you do rep North Carolina very well.
I'm trying my best.
Yes, because I'm from Charlotte.
Look at that. Well, hello, fellow North Carolinian.
Hello, you went to Central. I know that campus a little too well. I won't tell you why.
Really?
I'll tell you why.
Did you go to HBCU? Did you go to college?
I went to Norfolk State University.
Norfolk State?
Right on past. Yeah, right on past. Okay. Yeah, I went to a full scholarship. I got a full scholarship, so I ended up going. What was your major, though?
Look at that. Okay, originally my major was English.
That was mine when I finished.
Really?
Yes.
So mine was English with a concentration in media journalism. So I thought maybe I'd be a newscaster, a news anchor one day. And then I kept getting all these assignments to write papers, and I was just like, I don't want to do this. Not when I know my love is theater. So I switched it about 2 years into school. I switched it to theater. And then I moved on to New York. I didn't graduate. I did about 2.5 years at Central before I decided to move to New York City, capital, and I wanted to try my luck at Broadway. I wanted to see if I could be a Broadway star.
Yes.
It
and you went to the Billie Holiday Theater, right?
And I got a chance to work off Broadway quite a bit. I didn't make it to actual Broadway, but that's okay because I had an opportunity to meet my awesome husband doing a play in New York. I had a chance to work at the Billie Holiday Theater and work with Jackie Alexander and to originate a role in the show called Plenty of Time. And I also got nominated for an Adelco Award, which is a prestigious theater award. I didn't win, but that's all right.
Nominated is good too. Only one person can win. So
that's true. That's true.
Being nominated is pretty good.
That's true. But I learned quite a bit in New York.
That's beautiful. You have hopped around a little bit too because you went to California after that.
I did shortly. Well, not shortly. After about 8 years of being in New York, Meet and Jay, we decided to move to LA and try our hand at film and TV. You know, I wanted to see if I could make that transition over to film and TV. And, you know, the rest is kind of history. Fast forward 12 years later, and I've been fortunate to have a pretty awesome career. You know, I'm not a household name by any stretch of the imagination, but I will say that this industry has afforded me an awesome life, to meet great people, and to do something that I love, and to do stuff like talk with you, you know, Byron, and to have a platform, you know, to be able to voice my opinion, and a platform for people to be able to look up to me, and find a way to be of service through being on television and being in this position. So it's a responsibility, but I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it.
Yes, I will say, I think household name is overrated anyway.
They are.
Half the people that have that title, they are stressed out by it. Okay,
it's true.
So it is good to live your life comfortably.
Yes.
Doing the thing you love.
Yes.
And that is quite all right with me. I will tell you that.
It's quite all right with me.
Look, you got your name in Tyler Perry Studios. You should be fine. Anyway, I'd be all right. I'd be like, thank you, Lord.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm grateful. I can go to Walmart. I can go to Marshall's. I can go to the 99-cent store. And, you know, I will get stopped from time to time from people who watch, you know, If Loving You Is Wrong.
Yes.
And I love it. I love it, Byron. I love when people stop me and they recognize me from the show, and they hug me, and I get to feel their energy, and we get to feel each other's energy. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to impact people through your art like that. You know, they become so invested in these characters, and it's like, oh man, this is great to have this type of awesome, positive impact, and then to see him in the grocery store, and it's fantastic. I'm so grateful for the journey, truly.
How are you feeling about where Black women are right now in film and on television? Where do you feel like Black women are right now? Because there's so many who have so many awards and things, but what do you feel like? I do
feel like we are in a better place right now than we were some years ago. I feel like that things have shifted because there's a lot more platforms of media now. You know, we don't just have regular cable. We have Netflix and Hulu and Apple and Amazon and all, you know, YouTube Red. We have all these awesome platforms to have content put on, and so it opens up. It opens up the door for more opportunities for actresses and Black actresses too. I think the world loves to see Black women on camera.
Yes.
I think that we bring so much flavor, you know, and just beauty and poise and grace and grit. I think we bring it all, and now with these other streaming platforms allowing people to be so creative. I think it's starting to shift. Now, look, I am a middle-aged actress, so there may be a few less roles for me because of my age and my type, but I'm grateful. I think it's only going to continue to grow. I think, and I'm grateful for where we are. I'm grateful to be in the South too. You know, I'm glad that you don't just have to be in LA anymore or New York. You can be in Atlanta. You can be in Louisiana. You can be in North Carolina. And be an actress or an actor, because a lot of stuff is submitted through self-tape anyway.
That is true.
And of course now with this COVID, we're going to be submitting a lot of stuff self-tape. And I'm grateful for that. Because I'm a Southern girl, so I get to be home. I feel like I'm at home now. LA was great. I was there for 10 years, but it's good to be back here. It feels so good.
What's your favorite part of Atlanta? Like, what's your favorite thing to do in Atlanta?
I like to eat lemon pepper hot wings at JR Cricket's and get a Long Island iced tea. I mean, I just love. I mean, you know, and that's pretty much the only place I go. I haven't been able to go there, you know, as of late. But I like to be at home. I love to be at home. I'm a homebody. We've got an awesome home. This is our first home we were able to acquire. You know, so. I think the beauty in just looking around in the neighborhood, it's an all Black neighborhood, and to see all these beautiful Black families and Black people walking their dogs up and down the street, I'm like, this is Wakanda.
No, seriously.
We live in Wakanda.
I'm gonna tell you, the first time I came to it, because I've lived in DC, so you know, you get a little bit of Black culture there, but the way that Atlanta is, it's it's a whole. There's nothing like it.
I like it.
Philly's not like it. New York's not like it.
Yeah.
DC's not like it. Atlanta is its own world.
It is. It is. How long
It
you been
is.
here, Byron?
I've been back here now 4 years. I lived here once before, but I've been back 4 years,
Years.
and I've
Okay.
loved every moment of it.
Good. Yeah, I've been here about 4 years too, and I love it. I really feel like I'm going to plant my flag here. I'm good. You know, I still go back and forth to LA
Yes.
to work, and wherever the work calls me, I'll go. You know, Supergirl was shot in Vancouver. You know,
Hello.
but you know,
Wow.
I'll go where the work needs me to go. But as far as a home base, this just feels right. I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful that the entertainment industry is blossoming out here, and I can't wait to see what else is in store for Atlanta. I think that it's just scratching the tip of the surface. There's still so much more for this awesome city. So I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. You have an amazing marriage with Joseph, your husband. Back in 2007,
Yeah,
y'all got married, right?
yeah.
That's a long time. What has been one or two of the secrets of success for your relationship?
Hennessy, VSOP. So I'll just play.
Yes, innocent.
That's not true, Mama. It's not Hennessy, VSOP. Yeah, I'm just playing. But what's been, you know what? We're Byron. We're really good friends. We're really good friends. You know, he's in the industry too. So that helps to have a partner who can understand the struggle of this whole acting world. We can help each other with our auditions, and we just got a really cool respect for each other. And look, we started off with zero, so we started off with nothing together.
Wow.
So to build with somebody and to watch yourself grow, not just financially, but just to kind of grow spiritually and with maturity, and that's something beautiful. And you know, and
That is.
the gray hairs start to pop up in each other's hair. It's a pretty awesome thing. And as each year goes by, we grow more and more in love and more in respect with each other. So I think that's the key. Just really being friends, because you know you can't have sex all the time. Okay.
Right. I mean, as much as you may want, but you can't have it all.
You're gonna have
You got to pay bills and things. You know, you got
there's
to
some bills you got to pay, and you need to be able to have a conversation with each other. And we have really great conversation. I'm really grateful for him. He's been real patient with me. So kudos to Jay Jones.
I love it. I love it, Jay Jones. You out there, brother?
Yeah.
What's the one thing you learned about yourself being in a relationship?
Oh gosh, one thing I've learned about myself being in a relationship is that I can give myself permission to have a mind shift. You know, sometimes we come into relationships, you know, of course we come in with our baggage, but we also come in with a way of thinking, you know, and that way of thinking, sometimes we feel like, well, this is how I felt, this is how I've always felt, and this is the way it's going to be. I've learned that in order to have a healthy relationship for me, I've had to allow my mind to shift and to change and to learn to look at things differently, if it means that the relationship can grow. It's basically just learning to cooperate. Sometimes you just got to adjust. Sometimes you got to adjust your thinking, and that's okay. We're meant to change, you know, and change is nothing but evolution. If it's good change, it's evolution, it's maturing, it's going to the next level. And to me, I feel like that's what life's all about. Evolving.
Absolutely.
Evolving.
It is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't stay a baby all the time.
No.
You know, you gotta get older, you gotta get stronger, you gotta get wiser, you gotta have more experiences.
Absolutely.
And that's a great thing that you just said, because
Thank
I
you.
feel like a lot of people want to get pigeonholed into their life. They get very set. Men do that very easily, I know.
Yes.
We're very set in our ways,
Mm-hmm.
and this is how we do it, and this is the only way we do it.
Yeah.
But I really do believe in what you said. Like, a constant growth keeps you not only fulfilled, but it keeps your life exciting.
It does. It does. It gives you something to look forward to, you know, something attainable, you know, because if we stay here, you know, it's like, what's the point of continuing to live each day and each moment if we can't have something to aspire to? So
Right.
I'm grateful for that. I got so much I got to aspire to. Trust me, I'm still a work in progress. You know, it was bad. Bless Jay's heart. It was really, you know, he's been really patient, because I was damaged. I mean, totally damaged goods, as far as I'm concerned, when he met me. So, but he stayed, and he continued to stay and be patient with that. And bless his heart. And he don't even drink. Well, he does other things. But
Right. Hey, whatever that is. What was one of the things that you regret most? And I use regret very lightly because I understand that everything happens for a reason. But in the terms of this conversation, to make it plain to those listening, what do you regret most about how you were or who you were during that time when you were broken?
What do I regret most during that time when I was broken? I regret. Will you let Keith know? He keeps calling that I'm on a thing. Thank you. Sorry, Byron. That's
You're fine.
I do for you. Somebody kept
It's
calling.
all right. This is real life. It's all good.
It is real life. Nobody's ever asked me this question, so I'm a little stumped. But the first thing in my mind went to when you said one of the things I regret when I was broken, maybe not reaching out for help. And when I say help, in the sense of like clinical help, like going to see a therapist. Look, and I still haven't gone to see a therapist, and I probably should. I'm 44 years old, and a lot of my therapy has come through Jay and my mom and praying, friends pouring into me. But if I could go back and really, really focus on what I was going through during that really, really broken period, I would have reached out for some help. And I think that's okay. And I think in the Black community, we got this stigma, that take it to the Lord in prayer, which is fine. We want to take it to the Lord in prayer. We do. But it's okay to also talk with someone who has studied the mind and the psychology of the mind. And because there are ways that we can uncover that baggage, and I'm sure deal with things in a healthier way. Because there were times when I dealt with things in a non-healthy way.
Yes.
And that wasn't good because it was abusive to me. I was self-abusing. So yeah, that's what I would do. Seek help.
That's a bravo, because
Bravo.
I'm using actor language here. Oh, that was brilliant. That was like exactly what somebody needed to hear. I feel like you're right. In our community, we have a stigma. Yeah. I know myself, a lot of the they are nervous. And actually, I think because I am a love coach, it actually sounds better to them to say love coach than to say therapist. I think if I was a therapist, I believe from those who are cohorts in my field, but definitely would have some sort of nervousness about sitting with me. Yeah. I want to tell somebody out there as I speak to you, and as you said those great words, that help is absolutely essential. We feel like as Black people, we have to be so strong. And we continue moving because we're used to moving while bleeding.
Yeah, especially Black women. Especially Black women. You were so right. And it's our conditioned mind. I mean, like I said, we really do grow up with take it to the Lord in prayer. You all right? Get on your knees. It's
right.
And that's great. And prayer works. Don't let me not get it twisted. It does work. But there are some things that really need a deeper look, to peel back the layers and really get to the core of why some of our behaviors are the way that they are. So I definitely would have sought therapy at that time, and I still need to seek it now. Let's not get it twisted. So
we'll talk offline.
Okay.
During this quarantine, I know you both are close, but you probably had to spend more time together than you are accustomed to. Mm-hmm. How have you managed that?
Did I say Hennessy VSOP yet?
No, yeah, you did.
Okay. So never mind.
You mentioned that. I think you mentioned that once or twice.
We'll scratch that one. We'll scratch that. No, I'm just kidding. So we already spend so much time together because we are artists. And look, as an artist, if y'all don't know out there watching on IG Live, most of the time is spent not working. So most of the time is spent, at home, auditioning, working, trying to find odd and end jobs here and there. So we already used to spending so much time together. And we, like I said, we like being at home. We like each other. But I guess what's created some balance is You know, if he needs his time away, he'll be in one room and I'll go to the other room, or I'll go outside and do some yoga or read a book, or, you know, he'll go to the basement, play a video game, and, you know, or I'll play with Justice, our daughter. But we make sure that we find out those times to kind of step away too. And that's okay. You need that time. It's all about balance. So that's the key, balancing. When you start to feel the scales dipping too far in one direction, let's figure out a way to get it back in balance. So balance.
Good choice. I like that. I like that. Now, since you are on Supergirl, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh gosh, that's a good question, Byron. Okay, what would my superpower be? Oh gosh. Okay, you gotta let me. This is a good one. Well, you know, let me throw it back on you. What would you the one like superhero stuff? What would your superpower be?
You know what? I can answer that very easily.
I'm waiting.
All right, I got this again. So
okay.
Let's put this back on.
Okay.
I would have no superpower. I would actually believe that there is enough within me that I need to still investigate, dig, and pull out, that I need to focus on the greatness in me to build more grace, more forgiveness, more humility, more love, more patience, and develop those things, which are really superpowers. That if I can do that, then I will have all the power I need.
Bravo! and I say that not to, you know, patronize you. I say that I mean, I was listening to you getting emotional. Amen. That's it. Because what fun would life be if we had these superpowers? We all come with our scars and our baggage and our layers and our mistakes, but all that makes us so beautiful and unique.
Yes.
And something to strive for. So yeah, I love that answer, and I can't even think of a superpower that I'd want either at this present moment. But if I think of one, I'll let you know. But thank you.
Let me know. I got you.
Thank you.
I really have.
Thank you for sharing.
You know, doing this work and talking to great people like yourself, I've really seen the humility and the simplicity of the human nature, that we all fundamentally are the same.
We are.
And that's why I talk about, you know, being a household name is not as important as being a good person. That was one of the things when I was growing up, my parents instilled in me. They were like, Byron, we don't care if you become a garbage collector or work at, well, I don't think Walmart was out there. Walmart just came out. Walmart, whatever. We don't care. As long as you are a good person, that you enjoy your life, that you are happy with your life, and that you treat people well. And I think if we all could just get to that mentality, we would all have a much better life. And speaking of that, how do you feel about what's going on right now in our world with so many Black men that are being accosted and being mishandled? How do you feel about that? What are your thoughts, and what have you been talking with your friends and family about when that topic comes up?
I feel hurt. I feel anger. I feel motivated. And I'm hoping that these terrible tragedies will motivate people. Sometimes it takes anger to motivate people. So I'm hoping that this anger can be fueled into motivation. The motivation to get out and vote. The motivation to support one another. And when I say one another, I mean Black people supporting Black people. And I'm not afraid and ashamed to say that.
Absolutely.
Supporting one another, pouring into your community, okay? Pouring into your children and your children's schools. Loving a Black man, loving a Black woman.
Yes.
Being patient with each other, forgiving each other. That's what I'm hoping that these terrible tragedies will motivate people to do. Hold on to each other even more now. Love. Let's just love. That 4-letter word is
you
the action
got
word.
it. You got the message of this show. That's what we talk about.
Exactly.
Seriously. I mean,
what about you, Byron?
I can't tell you, from your story, I can hear that really love was a rescue for you in your life. I mean, your partner being so strong to stay with you.
Yeah.
You don't realize how much love can change things. And people
Yes.
ask me all the time, you know, Byron, I don't see you going rah rah about this situation. I said, well, I think if I keep doing my part in spreading love amongst people, connecting people with that type of love and energy,
Yeah.
that in many ways it will do its own work.
It will do its
Love
own work.
begets more love. Love grows.
Mm.
It's like a cancer. It's a positive cancer, if
It
you will,
sure
and
is.
it continues to spread once it's unleashed like a wildfire. I just believe in that, and
Absolutely.
I'm so grateful to have people on this live like yourself and
Thank you.
people who stay connected to what we do here. That the main message is love. It's not hyping people up. It's not beating people down.
Yeah.
It's not gossip or the latest tea, but it really is spreading a message that if we can connect on that level,
Yeah.
then we can really break a lot of the things that we struggle
Absolutely.
with in our communities.
Absolutely.
I'm just so grateful that people like yourself, you're doing charity work, and I would love to know more about how that impacts you and what it means to you.
Well, look, I think whenever you find yourself in an opportunity to volunteer, to help out at your child's school, to help in your community, that's charity work, as far as I'm concerned. So that's the
Yes.
type of charity work that I do. I help out at my daughter's school. I use my resources, which is money, to donate to funds like the Actors Fund. I'm doing a cool reading tomorrow with the original cast from The Fosters.
Wow.
We're doing a pilot, the reading of the pilot as part of a charity for the Actors Fund. So being a part of the Actors Fund and the SAG Foundation, and those organizations are so helpful right now because look, we're artists and we're out of work right now. So there's a lot of artists who have to use the Actors Fund or the SAG Foundation to help with their bills. I've been a recipient of that. When I was down and out in LA, I had to call the SAG Foundation to help with some of my bills, and they helped out. So but yeah, we all can be a part of doing charity. Charity is free. It's just giving of your time and of your energy and of your love. That's charity. Charity is, being kind. It is.
Yes.
To me, it's being kind. And I pride myself on being kind. It's one of my superpowers.
Yes.
It
Come
is.
on, superpower.
It's one of my superpowers is being kind and compassionate. And it's something that I make sure that I really work hard to instill in my daughters. I have a 10-year-old and a 20-year-old, and I always tell them, look, it's not about what you have or what you're wearing. It's about how you make people feel. It's about
Yes.
how people feel when you're around them. So and they're such great kids. I'm so grateful for that. It's about love, right?
It is about love.
Yes, sir.
They are the fruit of your labor.
Yes, absolutely.
Literally.
Literally.
I want to thank you because I've really thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. Like, you are a great light. I can tell that a lot of people like you. They have definitely chimed in and left amazing comments. Shout out to everybody who said hello and made comments about April and about this conversation. Thank y'all for joining. But I really want to make sure I let you leave us with a thought about what you have coming up and what's most important to you next.
Well, let's see. What I have coming up is praying for this pandemic to end as quickly as it started. I want it to end just as quickly, and I know it will. This too shall pass. So I'm grateful for seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with this thing. I'm seeing the light. I hope that we all are seeing the light. Beyond that, this is the final season of If Loving You Is Wrong. This is it. This is the final season. I think there's about 3 more episodes left. Of course, on OWN on Tuesday nights at 10. Hopefully, once the pandemic is over, I'll go back to hopefully recurring on SWAT on CBS.
Yes.
Play Shamar Moore's sister. That's been fun.
That's right.
And I don't know. I'm grateful and I'm optimistic that the creators got some big things in store. I don't know what, but I just feel it, and I'm ready to receive it. It's time. So be on the lookout. I'll keep you posted, Byron.
Please do stay in touch. We're in Atlanta, so when this is over,
yes,
we'll get together.
I would love
and
that.
Talk some more. But I want to encourage you. You said something mid show here about being middle-aged and less roles, and I rebuke all of that. I just want to say to you that this is an opportunity for you to have more, to expect more, to believe in more, to hope for more. That with your energy being the way it is, I can't imagine you not having even more success. And believing that, and the actors that you even highlighted and celebrated, you being celebrated the same way. I mean, that star says so much about who you are, and for Tyler Perry to see that, we see it. I know I see it, and I believe that for you. So just stay encouraged and stay positive. Speak those great roles into your life, and more love and more prosperity into your marriage. I believe in the best for you. Okay.
The best is yet to come. I believe in the best for you, and I can't wait to meet you face to face, because I'm gonna give you a hug.
I know that's right. I'll take it. All right, and you better have your fan with you.
You know I will. Bye. Thank you so much, and thank you everybody for chiming in. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, and thank you so much.
Thank
you.
You
have a beautiful day. Enjoy yourself and go play some games.
I will. Till next time.
Take care, love.
Okay, dear. Peace.